It is the Saturday. It's the Saturday before Blaze. Well, before we leave to go to Blaze. And today is testing day for the monkey hut, and just like normal people, we're down our local park to set this up and hopefully not get in trouble by the council or anything like that. So this monkey hut will go over the top of the existing Cinebrah, and the aim is really to reduce some of the heat. Radiant heat, self-reliant radiant heat that affects our structure. But it won't matter because we're going later in the year, so we're just going to get rained on.
I mean, yeah, rain's annoying, but it will be a benefit for the heat issue. Yeah,
and hopefully just extend the Cinebrah a little bit to give it a bit more presence. And I don't know, I know it's 12 o'clock, but it's too early for this.
It's not too early.
Time to get sunburn. Okay. Give me a overview as to what all these things do.
Think of a bit molded here, but think of a human rib cage. Think of this making up the rib cage. So you've got the ribs. You've got a centre rib going down the middle, and the tarp goes over the top. It will be guy roped at each end. These poles slot over that, which will be in the ground, and then it's all tied down, and it's basically going to go over the structure. It's pretty simple. So,
have you ever built one of these before?
No.
Where did you learn how to build one of these?
Burning Man forums. Pretty simple. Had I built a Cinebrah last year before? No. You learn by doing.
I think what worries me is not that it's untested, not that it's come off the internet, but more, it doesn't seem as structural as the Cinebrah. It is very reliant upon tension to kind of, there's not much to it. No. So to have something that protects you but is floating is the thing that worries me.
It's flexible as well, so she'll be right.
It looks like we've done a lot of progress and it's happened relatively quickly. So the spines are down, they're underneath the tarp which has been floated over. Some problems have been the tarp should line up with the ends and it doesn't quite. Getting the tarp over the poles without ripping what's holding the spine and the ribs together has been a problem, and we basically just had to fold it up and bring it in, and we have at the moment no idea how we're gonna kind of lift this up and keep basically the tarp from hitting the rebar that is poking out of the ground. Yeah, so it continues. Not exactly a great first test. We're gonna revise some guidelines, put some guidelines in, and I don't know, wondering whether the wind isn't helping. been very successful. I had visions of us getting crushed under there. Well, we wonder what happened. It's okay because we've got a camera to wind back their bunch of mistakes. It was just bending in from one side. We are all out of shadow.
I think orientation to wind is a definite consideration.
That's a little bit better. Terrible sky. Yeah, that wind was just like pushing it, and it was just flexing so bad, and then the poles in the middle were just breaking. Well, not breaking, but like, you know, falling apart.
I think we need to do it without the tarp on and put the tarp over last.
Oh, excuse me.
And get it
stood without the tarp.
Yeah.
Look at that wind. That wind is not great.
Not helping.
No.
But I mean, that is something we're gonna have to deal with on the side. So.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh well. This is why you do pre-builds. So you can find out what's not gonna work.
Meanwhile, the baseball game over there seems to be going really well for one of the teams. Right, so what's the next plan?
Gonna kind of do sort of a tension hut kind of version.
Which means?
Running rope down, so you've got the centre rib, but running rope down the side so it's tied around each, so each rib is tensioned between the other, and then use that as a kind of a V-shaped guy on the end. And hopefully that'll keep the frame together. I'm just still unsure on how it's going to react when the tarp's on top of it. So, round 2.
Done. Not gonna happen.
It was such a good idea.
I guess not everything that is planned works. Where do we go from here?
The tarp will still be used. We'll do a double layer of the Cinebrah to keep the heat down. Probably use the PVC and the gazebo, so just kind of create some beams off the end of the gazebo and then run because this tarp will go right over it all, and just peg it down to the ground. Smaller entrance, but should be able to create a side entrance out of it, and we'll be able to attach the tarp onto the existing structure. So yeah, what do you do? Oh well.
Guess we'll end the video there. Nice positive outcome.
How's it positive?
That we're ending the video. Yep. Alright, take this down.